Come along with me in the garden today. I've got a few little tasks on my to-do list, and I thought it would be really fun to take you with me as I get these things done. First up, my cucumber seedlings are ready for an upgrade. I'm up potting each one into a larger container using a nice light potting soil that holds moisture well. I pre-watered the soil so it's evenly damp, and I'm giving each plant its own space to grow a bit more while I wait for room in the garden. These will go in where my broccoli is once it finishes in another week or two. I have 12 broccoli plants and they just need a bit more time to mature before I harvest them. Now for a little color. I'm planting up this flower pot to sit by the pool and bring some life to the space. I always start with moist soil whenever I'm planting anything so that plants can take up the nutrients they need right away. I started with a tall centerpiece to add height and drama, then surrounded it with bright flowers around the edge. Not only does it look pretty, but it also helps attract pollinators to the garden, which is a big win. While I don't have a garden bed dedicated to just flowers, I do pop them in containers and right in my raised beds with the veggies wherever I can. They really do help in deterring pests depending on what flowers you're planting, and helps to bring in those pops of color, which brightens up the space as well. I love doing tasks like this because it brings a little extra joy next to all the mundane tasks that also need to get done. Over here on my lower deck, it's time to clear out the Swiss chard. While it does well in the heat, it got hit by leaf miners, so I'm going to harvest what I can and I'll compost the rest. I like to add fresh fertilizer and or compost to the soil to freshen it up before planting anything new in its place. This is especially important when using pots or grow bags like I am here, because the plants only get the nutrients you give to them. This is one of my favorite things about gardening, reusing a space and starting fresh. I'm planting 2 peppers here along with a dwarf tomato and some lemon basil. I think these plants will complement each other well, and the dwarf tomato will provide some shade for the peppers, which they'll like. Of course, I also have some marigolds on the edge for a pop of color and to help deter those pests. Lastly, I'm filling these 2 20-gallon grow bags beside my deck. These bags are perfect for this space right now because we're going to need to move them a bit later in the season when we're ready to clean out under the deck. I used a mix of potting soil, peat moss, vermiculite, and compost for good nutrients, drainage, and aeration. I mixed it all together well and watered each bag so that the plants can grab those nutrients right away. Each bag is getting a San Marzano tomato in the center, basil on the edge, and tomato cages for support. I'll add marigolds later to help keep pests away and to add that pop of color. This area gets sun most of the day, so I'm excited to see how these tomatoes do here, as this is my first time growing them. Thanks for hanging out in the garden with me today. Let me know what you're planting this week, and don't forget to like and follow for more garden goodness.